And she didn't cook it all.
That is shocking. That was absolutely shocking. Hi, I'm Meg.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Welcome to Plant Fit Meg. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll take a look around at some other videos while you're here and check out what else is on the channel. I make videos about plant-based weight loss, fitness, health, yummy food, and we have some family fun sort of sprinkled in there as well.
Yeah. Sometimes we like to just talk about random stuff because it's fun.
That is true.
Yeah.
So I recently celebrated my 5-year vegan anniversary.
Woo!
My 5-year plant-iversary. So 5 years since I have been a plant-based eater and made the decision to go vegan. So we thought it would be fun to kind of share unexpected things that have happened in that time. Because when I first embarked on this journey, I honestly had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
I was hoping my health would improve. I was hoping I would lose some weight. But I honestly didn't know where we would end up.
Yeah.
So this will be kind of a fun tracing our steps back over the past 5 years and some fun and unexpected things that have happened along the way.
Yeah, we did another video that was similar in vein, like some weird things that we started to notice in general, how our bodies have changed and things like that since being on a plant-based diet.
I did a video about weird weight loss, like weird,
that was the one.
Unexpected things that have happened since losing weight. So we'll link that below so you can check that one out as well. I'm actually thinking of making a part 2 for that as well because there are more weird weight loss
There's always weird
things.
Stuff. Yeah.
So let me know if you want to see that. So on with today's video.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So the first weird thing that we have noticed since going plant-based is our taste buds have changed, and they have changed dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
I did not enjoy vegetables at all when I first went vegan.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I wasn't sure what I was going to eat, honestly, when I first made the decision. I felt strongly about doing it and committing to it, but I was really unsure about how I was going to make it work and make it enjoyable. And fairly quickly, my taste buds changed.
Yeah, I would say it was a pretty quick adaptation. There were very few vegetables I enjoyed eating prior to changing the diet.
Yeah.
And I find now that, like, I don't do it anymore really, but if I eat something that I used to really enjoy, that's, you know, a less healthful food, I find I don't really like it as much or at all. Like my taste buds have transitioned so far now to the other side.
Yeah, it's true.
That I'll eat like I don't know, some of the pre-made burger patties, for instance, which I used to really like when I first started eating a vegan diet. Now I really don't enjoy the flavor because it's too close to what I remember real meat tasting like, and that kind of weirds me out.
Yeah,
things change.
Our taste buds have changed a lot. So that's been really surprising and really interesting to see that shift over time.
Yeah, for sure. Like one that always comes to mind for me is eggplant. We started eating a lot of eggplant lately. Like we'll roast it up, we'll do eggplant steak style stuff and just a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, I'll leave our recipe for eggplant parmesan.
Oh yeah, that one's
good.
That was kind of my development. I'm pretty proud about that one. But eggplant is something that like I had texture and taste issues with prior to being vegan. Like I'd see it at a restaurant, or I would never buy it, is my point.
No.
I'd see it at a restaurant sometimes and I'd actually be like, oh, because I found it that strong a feeling. But now I'm just like, give me the eggplant. I want it all
so good
in my mouth. Oh yeah, this one's kind of more of one of my talking points, which I get excited for. So I was a little bit later coming into the game, so to speak, than Meg was. She started, as we mentioned, about 5 years ago to the month now. And I was a few months later, about 4 to 6 months later, I kind of graduated into it. And when I came along with it, there was a few things that really changed. And some were kind of quicker and other things were longer term. So one thing is that my whole mindset around masculinity in food really changed. So there's this, I don't know, common convention of, you know, men eat meat and that makes us manly and things like that. And then now I'm at a point where I consider it more surrounding, being a human being and being aware of how my actions can impact the world and impact others and impact my own personal health and what masculine health can mean. There's obviously, like, you could do a whole video or a whole rampage conversation on this, but just generally speaking, I feel like I'm more masculine not eating meat and knowing that I'm going to be healthier and taking care of my son and being able to be available for my family longer as a healthier person. And that makes me feel stronger as a human and as the man in the house and so on and so forth. So that's very cool. And then things that were longer term, like, look at this beard, guys. This beard
that is one intense beard.
Is like next level, and it's thick. So generally speaking, I've noticed that my hair, my beard, my fingernails, all of these things are stronger, healthier, grow faster. Like, whoa, grow faster. And it just speaks to the nutrient level in my body, right? When I can turn around and say, like, for you guys out there that are watching this video and you're like, yeah, vegan is for wimps. This beard is like the masculine man beard of dreams right now in my book. Megan is not so much a fan, but it's healthy is the big point. Like, you're gonna see those changes.
Yeah, and I also noticed changes with my hair. It's gotten thicker. I have less like wispy little baby hairs. I still get them, but it's less. There's just less breakage with my hair. And my nails, I've always had pretty good nails, but I find they grow even faster, even stronger. Like, I'll try to show my crazy long nails. I need to cut them because they're bananas right now. Yeah. But yeah, that's just my normal nails.
Which is crazy.
And in fairness, it's partially genetics. I've always had decent nails, but it's next level now after being plant-based.
Yeah, I mean,
for so long.
There are people that go and pay a lot of money, really, to have longer-looking fingernails with strength that you don't need to be worried about working and things, and they break or whatever. And that's a big benefit, really. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So on to our next point. I absolutely love cooking now.
And she didn't cook it all.
That is shocking. That was absolutely shocking to me, that change. Because before we went plant-based, I hated being in the kitchen. I really, really spent the least amount of time in the kitchen possible.
Yeah.
Cooking for us was like throwing something on a baking sheet, chucking it in the oven, forgetting about it, and then coming back to it.
Yeah. And it was warming up food. It was like pre-cooked.
It was reheating stuff. Like, it
wasn't
you
weren't
even cooking.
You were warming stuff up, or I was, or whatever. And it was, you set the timer for 30 minutes, you walk away and don't have to think about it.
Yeah, and when we first went plant-based, I made really, really simple, easy recipes. Yeah. I knew I had to cook to a certain degree to make it work. But I didn't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I'll leave a couple of recipes below that were kind of our go-to, our chili and our marinara sauce. And we still use those recipes to this day and still love them. But those were a couple just easy standbys. I also had, frozen veggie mix all the time that I could just whip up really fast. But now I actually love cooking, and we still make these simple recipes, but we've developed new ones and tried out so many different things. And we have, tons of recipes on the channel and on the website. You can check them out if you're interested. But I just have that joy of cooking that I never understood. I was like, who likes cooking?
Yeah, we had friends that we thought were crazy.
I was like, why? Yeah. And it just was not my thing, and now it's my thing.
Yeah. It's funny, we've recently been talking to people that are kind of newer into the diet and things like that, and they say they find it really inconvenient, like it sucks up a whole bunch of time to do the cooking, and that they fall into maybe not so healthy habits as a result. They want to have something quick and convenient. But over time, one, you get way more passionate about being in the kitchen and creating your own flavors and things like that, which you just dedicate time for, and it doesn't feel like a big deal. But there's also, as Meg was just saying, there are so many really simple things that you can do to make make it so that it doesn't feel like an inconvenience to eat more healthfully, and that's really cool. So we can give ideas there.
So it's convenient, it's not super time consuming, and you can get in and out of the kitchen as quickly as you want.
Yeah.
Or you can spend more time there if you like being there.
Just make the time.
You do it.
So the next one is talking more about our cooking, which obviously we have a lot of passion surrounding. So it happens so often. I would say like more than 9 out of 10 times. Like it is very, very common where we make a meal and we're like, this is so much better than anything we could buy at a restaurant or pre-made or anything like that. Like we just, it's so good sometimes. So good. And you're just like, man, this is, do you remember getting that like that store-bought whatever that we used to really like? Our version is so much better.
Good. Yeah. And we feel better after we eat it, and it just tastes so good and delicious. And when we do occasionally have a restaurant meal or, a takeout or something like that, I mean, it's good and it's fun occasionally, but it's not as good most of the time. Like you say, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Which is also another super weird one, because when people used to say that to me in the past, like, oh, I prefer my cooking to restaurant food, I was like,
are you serious?
What?
Yeah.
How? Yeah. Why? No. But now I totally get it, and I concur.
Yes. It's cool.
We eat a much wider variety of food now than we did before going vegan.
Yeah.
What?
Like so many people think of it as restricting.
Yeah, like even when I first went plant-based, I thought, okay, I'm doing this as a sacrifice for my health and for animals and for the environment, and this is going to be really difficult. This is going to be a really like big ordeal in my life and a big upheaval, and it's going to be super time consuming and super difficult, and
you feel like you're taking away so many options from yourself. But
so restrictive.
Yeah, we've actually found the exact opposite. By learning a new way to eat, a more healthful way of eating, and doing those experiments in the kitchen or reading books, because we don't know how to cook vegan, whole foods, like it's, we got to learn it all, right? You're exposed to so much more than the brown plates. I think of them like brown plates.
The brown.
Right? Everybody's had the brown plate life, or most people have, right? Where you get the plate and it's got the fries and the chicken fingers. And then, whatever else is brown that we used to eat. I can't even think of brown foods anymore because our plates are very colorful now. All this being said, we've tried so many things that I never, ever
never would have touched.
Yeah.
We would just walk by in the grocery store and not even remotely look at.
It's like you have blinders on. You don't even realize that there's all these options there.
Yeah, and we're still exploring and still trying to try new things and build on it, because there's just so many different items of produce alone, or items, different kinds of beans, all sorts of different kinds of grains. Like, who knew about quinoa and farro and millet and like all these things we never tried.
I didn't even know those words. Yeah.
No, we didn't.
I find it with fruit all the time. I'm looking through the produce. I'm like, I've never even seen, is this even a fruit that is edible? Like, what is dragon fruit or something? Like, it doesn't look like you should eat it, but it's amazing. And I'm learning new fruit.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Fun. A really big advantage that we found in going plant-based was our increase in energy, and also for me, regaining my health. I have a full video about how I regained my health, so I won't go into the details. I'll leave it linked below in case you're interested. But I have completely regained my health. I'm off all medications after having chronic issues for years and years. And Chris has seen improvements as well with his health. Yeah,
for sure. I don't know if I've talked about it in a previous video. The big ones for me are definitely energy level. Like, that's huge. Yeah. I'm in the office often at work, and my coworkers are yawning away and complaining about, oh man, I'm so worn out, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, did you sleep okay? Oh yeah, I slept fine. It's like, well, you're not giving yourself the foods that give you energy, because I'm feeling great.
I feel good.
And it actually cheeses them off a little bit, which is very entertaining. And then just stomach health. That's been a big change
That's been
for
a
me.
big one for you.
You know, I still have moments because it's been chronic for me for a long time, but generally speaking, just so much better digestive wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pooping.
Yeah, well, I was trying to stay away from that word, but we'll just put it out there. The poops, the BMs.
So much better.
There are so many good words for that. I'm not going to get into it, but it's so much better. Yeah.
It just happens. It's just effortless. It just happens.
It's next level relief.
I think in the past, I was probably constipated without even knowing I was constipated because I would only poop like once every few days.
That's freaky.
Now I think it's freaky. At the time, I just thought it was normal.
That's inhuman. Okay.
Anyway.
Good talk.
Another big advantage in us going plant-based was the weight loss. And this was somewhat to be expected, but somewhat not. So initially, I did go plant-based for my health, and I was hoping for some weight loss in that because I was obese, and I sort of anticipated that in cleaning up my diet, I would lose some weight. I had no idea that I would lose 80 pounds.
Yeah, that's like...
I had no concept of that because I'm at a lower weight now than I've ever been.
Yeah, it was almost half of Megan's body weight. Like, that's an exaggeration. But like, my point
it's a lot of weight.
It was so substantial. Yeah. Like, for me, I've lost weight too. I've always been a small person, but you know, I gained a bit when we had a baby and all these things, and I was able to lose like 30, 40 pounds, and you know, it's nice to have that. Like, I'm back down to where I was when I was 20, which is really cool.
Yeah. So if you want to see more about our weight loss, I'll leave a couple links below for weight loss videos specifically, but that's been a huge win and unexpected, just the degree to which we have lost weight and feel so good.
And kept it off. Like, it's been a long time since, anyway, yeah. Next thing is, I got passionate about things I would never think I would be passionate about, if that makes sense. So there are very few things in life that I get really amped up about, truly. And
he's a chill dude.
I don't usually get really riled up about stuff. And now I find myself feeling very passionate about things I never thought I would even remotely care about. Like, first of all, plant-based lifestyle in general. As soon as, like, I don't like to get preachy, but as soon as people ask me and want information and I say, are you sure you want to have this big conversation? As soon as they're willing to hear that, I actually get very passionate about it.
Yes.
Yeah, to the point where, you know, we've recently started leading a local community group on plant-based eating and things like that, which I never thought it would be something I'd have interest in. And then other things that just flat out enrage me now that I never thought I'd care about. Like going to a restaurant, looking at the menu, and seeing that there's literally no dish on the menu that excludes meat or cheese. Like, that's mind-boggling to me now that doesn't exist on restaurant menus. Or cafeteria food. If you have people that are in school, like high school, things like that use cafeterias, it personally enrages me that there's no vegetable options at school. I don't even know. All this to say, I'm passionate about things that I thought I'd never care about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I can agree with that as well. And I get excited too when people start asking, oh, you lost weight going plant-based, you know, and if people are curious and want to know, that's really exciting to share.
Yeah, it's cool.
So moving on, and related to that is I got really, really interested in plant-based nutrition and in lifestyle changes that can support your health and your weight loss. And so I have delved into so much research over the past 5 years. You know, when I first got started, it was like, oh gosh, what am I going to eat? I have no idea. And, you know, I read a bunch of books and I did a lot of research online and watched YouTube videos, and I'll leave some resources below in case you're interested.
Yeah.
And then this past year with the pandemic and everything going on, I decided I was going to take a couple of courses. So I got my healthy weight loss coach certification through CanFit Pro, and I also completed the plant-based nutrition certificate through eCornell and the T. Colin Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies. And so those were really fun courses to take and to just learn more. And I keep reading and I keep attending webinars, and I'm such a nutrition nerd. I'm such a nerd.
Meg is a learner. She really is. And she is not exaggerating. Like, if sometime we'll do a video on our book collection.
That'll be a long video.
Yeah, it will be. But
that'd be a good one, though.
I think it's a great idea. You guys should comment below if it's interesting to you guys.
Yeah.
Because we have like a library based on cooking and plant-based lifestyle in general. Meg has read them all. Some of them she's read like 4 times. I don't read them. I rely on her. It's great.
I summarize for
Yeah, I get the Cole's Notes version. So, yeah, but she's gone to town on getting knowledge in this factor, so it's cool. We also started a YouTube channel. Surprise?
Here we are. Yeah. So we never thought that we would start a YouTube channel, especially a YouTube channel about plant-based lifestyle and health and wellness and fitness and all these things. Like,
yeah, we never.
You know, it's the kind of thing we thought, oh, like doing a YouTube channel seems like it would be fun, but we never had a subject matter.
I don't think we ever felt really passionate enough about anything that we could justify doing. Like, you know, to do YouTube videos, it's a lot. You know,
it
to
takes
get
time.
going, it takes time. You have to have interest in what you're going to talk about, and it's it's very cool. We
so
did the website.
We got that started in 2020, and here we are, 2021, and we're continuing on. And we just want to keep sharing. Like, we're so passionate about it, and we just want to keep sharing what we've learned and mistakes we've made, and you know.
Try
just
to help folks out.
Yeah, like our transition into a plant-based lifestyle and what that was like. And yeah, it's been really fun having the YouTube channel, connecting with you guys, and also, you know, connecting through Facebook and Instagram and on the website. Like, it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, and as I mentioned very briefly earlier, we recently started as leaders of a local group that's a community-based project that talks about plant-based eating and helping people with, you know, having other people in their lives that they can rely on for support and information. And so, again,
in
it's
case
really
you're
cool.
interested, we started co-leading our local plant pod, which is part of the Plant Pure Communities pod network. And so we're located in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. If you want to join our pod, if you're local to Kingston, Ontario or surrounding area, or even if you're not, you can check out the Facebook page. It's Kingston Whole Food Plant-Based Group, I believe is the name of our pod.
But
I'll leave links below in case you want to check it out and you're interested, or if you want to find a pod locally in your own community, I'll leave the link for that as well, because that can be really fun to connect with like-minded people, share recipes, get ideas, share tips, all that good stuff.
Yeah, the organization is practically global, so it's very likely you'll be able to find somebody nearby.
Yeah. So that wraps it up for our weird and unexpected things that have happened since going plant-based. Just a quick little, I maybe should have prefaced the video with this, but just a little disclaimer that we are a whole food plant-based household. We are also vegan. We are aware that those two things are not the same. Some people are vegan and not whole food plant-based. Some people are whole food plant-based and not vegan. We'll leave definitions below in case you're unsure about the distinction, but I just wanted to throw that out there in case people are wondering what's the difference and what's that all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you watching our videos, liking them if you liked it, leaving comments below and interacting with you guys. So we're looking forward to making more videos. Yeah, for sure. And if you want to see more videos, you can hit the little bell icon. It notifies you when we put new stuff up. So you can kind of be the first to see how my beard has progressed. No, just checking out the new videos because some stuff is really fun. Subscribe below if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye!
Bye.